Good evening. Weather First meteorologist Gary Frank with an update on all things going on the rest of this evening and then, of course, tomorrow, as it's an important day that we've talked about. The potential for severe weather looks to be the case here at least a couple of different times on Monday. As you look outside right now, it's as cloudy as can be, and that's one of the things that we've noticed over the last couple of hours. Clouds have really started to increase. We've been the beneficiary of being in front of the warm front here, at least on the warm side of it, and clouds have really increased to the north, but you'll also start to see where that warm front has settled in. Clouds are going to be something that we really focus on for the next couple of days because as we look at the position of this warm front, you can kind of see it here. And I'm going to full screen this so I can point it out for you just a little bit more. And what you'll notice here is obviously some of the wind directions here. And it's right about here that the warm front is, right? So as that warm front has continued to stay right about there, we've seen a few storms that have developed. And notice how this one is just kind of by itself and maybe rotating a little bit. In fact, we've even got some at least severe weather right now. So those are the areas that are seeing some large hail, winds up to 60 miles an hour. But that's the kind of storm that I think we're going to see today. What I do notice is that there's not much going on for us locally here. As you see, most of this is staying to the north. The Storm Prediction Center has kind of highlighted areas in Litchfield, North, and Effingham is kind of right about here where we may see some more development as this kind of works its way down the line and riding on the edge of that front. It's something to note. I don't know that we're necessarily going to see any storms tonight. I just want to point it out because it's not out of the question that one or two develop, at least in the Metro East here. So something to notice. I think for the most part, we stay dry, we stay cloudy, and you'll see that here as I kind of push into things. Temps have got to 82 today. It's warm. We have 81 now. It did get to 82. South breeze at 13 miles an hour. So, you know, it's been a warm day. We have a lot of warm air in place. Our humidity is up as well. And what I want you to note the rest of the night and watch how most of the storms stay to the north where I showed you, even through 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning. That's where I think they stay. So expect that overnight, our temperatures are going to be in the upper 50s where that front kind of sags a little further south, and then mid 50s here. It's cloudy. The front is an important key component for our severe weather threat. And where does it set up for us tomorrow? So that's going to be the key point of where do we see this set up? We have the cold air. This is where we're going to see dry air lines set up. And then also we have this warm air. Where does this front set up? Because as this works its way into this air mass, that's where I think we're going to see the best opportunity for rotating storms, large hail, and damaging winds. But this is why we have this severe weather risk for Monday. This is an enhanced risk for severe weather. I'll take this out. I'm going to zoom in. I want to show you some of the specific areas that are involved in that, at least the category 3 of 5 from the Storm Prediction Center. It includes the city, the county, really anywhere from O'Fallon and Laclede, anywhere south, you're involved in that enhanced risk. And so most of our area is involved in that enhanced risk. And that doesn't mean that areas in the yellow are just going to be, well, it's not as bad. And it has to do with the position of this front and what we'll see. So as we've talked about this, where does this set up? This dry air, this dry line, this cold front, sometime on Monday, where this is in relation to this, I think it's going to be a while before this whole thing moves in and those storms really develop in that area. It's the position of that warm front that's going to be the key to our best chance for severe weather as it interacts with the rest of this whole system. So as we start off Monday, it's not out of the question that a few showers are going to be around. It really isn't. And I don't think they're going to be severe by any stretch of the imagination, but by mid-morning, it's possible that 1 or 2 of these storms develops and is on the stronger side. If we're still getting storms like this everywhere and it's raining at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, the likelihood for significant severe weather is probably not going to be there as much. There will be probably a fine line of where that is. But if there's no rain and it's just cloudy, well, we can still warm up and be relatively unstable with some of the other ingredients that are in place. So we'll stop there and talk about what's going on through the day. Temps in the mid-60s, chances for rain around and storms. I think it's mostly cloudy overall, but we're still in the mid to upper 70s. Cooler if it rains, you're in the 60s, maybe 50s. But I think the second half of the day, and it's after 3 o'clock. Watch how we clear out again. several hours, and then I think the main line starts to develop, and it's these storms that develop late in the day Monday that could have a little bit of rotation to them, could have some larger hail as well, and then there's going to be one main line that probably moves through by midnight or early at 1 o'clock in the morning, and the leading edge of some of those storms may start to rotate as well. Depends on what goes on. If it is cloudy, it's rainy, you're not going to deal with that as much, but it's still something to look out for. So for Monday, it is a weather alert day. How much cloud cover's around early? If there's a lot of cloud cover, then we may not see quite the significant severe threat where you're only deal with hail, you only deal with wind, not as much the tornado threat. The main front will move in later on, and I think that is going to be probably where most of the severe weather occurs. Not out of the question the first part of the day is. These things will even get ironed out overnight and the first part of the day tomorrow. So it's still something that within a 12-hour period that we still look at all the things that are changing in the position of this front, but all types of severe weather are possible at this point. Monday, our next weather alert day, temps in the upper 70s, mid-50s here, home opener Thursday, and then we dry out and warm up. But it's really going to be the significant severe weather threat that we'll continue to look at things here this evening and have another update for you there as well.